Jag som tummar pingpong. Pantamera. Jag som tummar pingpong. Pantamera.
All right, and we're back once again. Not that much of a break, was it? It's LGB versus Playing Ducks here. We're qualifying. We're trying to find the last team for the Inferno Online Pantamera tournament. 25,000 euros right in the center of Stockholm at the Inferno Online Land Center. It's going to be the 7th of February, which means it's really damn soon. And we have, already 5 of the best team in the whole world, and we're going to find one more, either LGB or Playing Ducks here. And it's going to be really exciting. You can see there's a slot missing right there, guys. So that's what we're doing here tonight. Now, I'm going to switch it over to the game. Then what you said they mainly won some of the rounds where they were sort of pistols versus rifles, Playing Ducks. How can they change? What could they do better here on Mirage?
It's hard to say, really, because I don't know how they actually play on Mirage. Obviously, a lot of it comes down to, players stepping up on one or the other team, right? To make a round actually come together for them. Like we saw Jake putting a stop to one of the B pushes that Playing Ducks have, and after that they kind of deferred from going to B, and they kind of ran out of options to go for, because whenever they went towards A, Rain was there to stop them out, and they never really got that good opening that they needed. They rarely got an anti-frag, so if they could start off finding openings in the CT defense of LGB pretty much anywhere on the map here, then that would obviously be a very good thing for them. And it's going to be exciting to see whether or not LGB play the same way they did versus Agent, which was very quick rotations, and well, they basically just counted everything on that Agent was committing to a site. And if they're going to do the same thing with Playing Ducks, or if they're expecting the German team to actually have a couple of fakes in their arsenal.
Right, so, the upside to those fast rotations were that the Agent didn't really throw many fakes, meaning, generally speaking, LGB were just a lot of people on the bomb site really fast. The downside, obviously, is, I guess, somewhat obvious by the way I phrased that, is that the other team does actually throw a bunch of fakes. It could get a little bit weird, couldn't it?
Yeah, it can get weird very fast, but, you expect teams of LGB's caliber to be able to adapt depending on what they're playing against, so yeah, it all comes down to what Playing Ducks are able to throw at them, and we'll have to take it from there.
Alright, so there's a point to be made here, or a point rather, an observation, is that that's exactly what happened with LGB versus Playing Ducks in the first few rounds, is the fact that after how easy it was for them in their first best of 3, I think it took them a little while to start gaining momentum again, or at least, get up to speed with what Playing Ducks were actually throwing at them, versus obviously what happened in the first best of 3 where they really just got to play their own game and muck about. So now it seems like Mirage, we saw what they're capable of on this map, Mirage, LGB, and now they're sufficiently warmed up, I think, for Playing Ducks to have a real fight on their hands.
One of the kind of scary things is that I think Cash was Playing Ducks' map choice, and obviously it didn't go their way. So if it turns out to be the case that Mirage is LGB's map pick, and that wouldn't surprise me at all, given what they've told me about how they feel their level is on this map, I'd be scared for Playing Ducks.
Yeah, I am scared for them as well. I know that at least I expect Tabson and Kazuya to play at a higher level than they were on the first map. So I don't know. But then I really don't know how much Playing Ducks have been playing recently. So it's a little bit rough to know exactly how much practice they've got in. But I'd like to see more of them, because they're both really fun players to watch. And the rest of the Playing Ducks lineup, they are the sort of team that could come out and upset a bigger team at some point or other. But right now, they really need to step it up.
And look at what they're doing. Full nades. There's one guy with Kevlar, the rest of them all nades. This is all about Playing Ducks getting the bomb down, getting control of this site now. If they get into a long, drawn-out fight, this is going to be brutal. Or they could just catch them off guard.
He's hiding in checkers in the smoke. He's got dual elites. The bomb is down right in front of him. He's trying to take a fight here. He's got 13 bullets left, but they're just trying to ignore him, and that's a mistake. He gets the kills in here, and now Crispy's going to get found. Nothing he could do any longer. It was actually Jacob and Rain who did the majority, but I have no idea how they missed Rubino that badly. I mean, obviously the smoke helped them out. So LGB, again, they were so fast on the bomb side then. Like, 4 of them were on the bomb side within seconds.
Yeah. Well, when you have a strategy like that on Playbook's side, it's a pretty big tell because you obviously spend your entire inventory on getting onto that bomb site. So it's a pretty easy call for LGB to make. Just watching how many smokes come over that wall to make an actual decision as to whether or not you want to rotate or not. Because even if they rotate and it ends up being a fake, they know that there's at least going to be 3 people on that A bomb site, so if they can take that, the retake is probably going to be easier, even if it's on another bomb site.
Well, that was unfortunate there for Crispy. I think he thought for a second, he was just like so excited. He's like, yeah, I'm totally going to catch him off guard. And then Rubino just kept holding down mouse 1 and took his head off. He kind of just jumped into spray there, so that's unfortunate. But Playing Ducks, they are, due to the plant, going to have enough money to buy in this round. So now that they have AKs, I mean, one thing to point out is that Crispy did get a really sick flank off on that pistol round and managed, like, the 2 kills came from him basically catching LGB off guard in mid. So now that they have some AKs, let's see if they can do a little bit more damage here.
Well, they're getting the opening here. Kiev actually looking under the smoke, which is not that easy to do, and he's going to pick up a following kill there. Kiev with a 3rd one now, still fighting in the middle. What a great round for him to start off with. He will eventually go down, but should be alright. Jacob, though, he is so quick to react. So nice communication from LGB. As soon as he lost his mate inside a bomb site, he got the call immediately that something's wrong. Now he's getting shot a little bit by Crispy, and he's going to take the fight with him. Crispy goes down. Jacob now from a 1v4 right into a 1v1 in about 15 seconds. That is very rare. Now he's waiting for Kazuya. Kazuya, don't do it. He's here, Jacob, and he does miss the shot, but if he had got that shot off, that would have been catastrophic for Playing Ducks. Now he's moving up here. And Kazuya, again, should have the advantage here. A bullet and a half is going to bring him down. Jacob trying for the spray a little bit here and just trying to weigh out time. He's got the kit, so he's got time to play this game. But Kazuya will win at the end, and Playing Ducks going to take the first round. What a crazy 1v4.
Yeah, and then Jacob almost salvaging that round for LGB. But when you go out in such an offensive setup that LGB did on the CT side, as soon you have to get something in return for those 2 people that you put into mid. You have to get preferably more than 1 frag, and the only reason they got that frag was simply because there were so many Playing Ducks members to pick off of. Like, there were so many, so they kind of had to get 1, but they lost 3 in the process, and that's just not worth it. It's basically just a miracle that Jacob is able to get it, somewhat close. But that was just Playing Ducks having full control 99% of the round.
Well, it starts off really well here in the 4th round for the German team. Once again, Rubino and Jacob go down, and they make the choice to rotate back towards A, which is actually, look at what LGB are doing. They're saying, we can't win this round by splitting in both bomb sites, so how about we all sort of group up towards A, and then if they come A, we might win, and if not, we'll save the rifles. I think that's the thinking. Although Sevens is going back now that they get that opening, and maybe that's okay.
It seems like they're kind of trying to make up their mind here because now Polly is the one who's going into mid window. He might be rotating back into CT, or at least making it possible to rotate back into CT. Rain gets picked off, however, by Tabson just sneakily walking out from pit. Nothing there to announce Playing Ducks' presence. They literally just walk out of there, nade free, and take the shot. But then Polly comes in and denies the plant. Still plenty of time for this bomb plant to happen, however, and now it's all on Polly. Can he pull a Jacob? That's the question.
Well, he's already got a couple of kills, and he wants to deny the plant once again. Doesn't make it work. They heard him running in there, so Kazuya kind of saving the round at the end. A bit of a sloppy situation, I think, from Playing Ducks. When you're in a 2-on-4 like they were, you're supposed to be covering CT spawn as your guys planting in the bomb side. That has to be like a basic rule.
Yeah, and the guy who was planning for Playing Ducks probably gave his teammates some mention of that as he got picked off.
You think there was some verdammt being
well, there should be, at least.
Verdammt, das war eine sehr große Überraschung. I don't know. My German lessons are very far away. Someone speak German in the chat. Please don't make too much fun of me. So it's eco time for LGB. I gotta say, I'm impressed by Playing Ducks. They did not do much on cash, but they seem to be ready to play Mirage here, and that's cool.
Oh yeah, they're on point right now, and this is kind of how it went for them on Cash. However, they had a really strong start, but slowly but surely, LGB were able to just start adjusting their play to what Playing Ducks were throwing at them and take control of the map. LGB now, they've been forced on eco, and this is probably going to be that hard reset now. When they get guns again, is that when the fun is going to end for Playing Ducks?
We'll find out just about any second. Severs back of sight here, sniping away casually with the USPS. He's actually going to pick up a kill because they were looking for Rain, so it's almost like he baited out Rain a little bit there, saying, just, I'm going to wait until they kill you and then I'll just peek out and get the kill. Don't worry.
Double short push coming out. Kazuya in position on short, and he's going to be able to gun down the first man. Spots out Polly as well. Polly, fancy footwork keeping him alive, and he actually gets that kill. Kazuya getting slapped around a little bit there. And even Tamsin having a little bit of trouble handling Jacob. He finally takes him out. But Polly is going to be able to make a clean getaway here with this AK. They aren't going to be able to stop him from saving it. And this is really solid here by Polly. If he can hold on to this gun, this could make a difference in the next round. Just saving the money could mean extra nades for one of their players.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but it looks like they kind of have an idea. Tabson shooting at the wall as well and almost gets the kill. If that had been a headshot, then Polly would have been gone. In the end, it will be 3-2, so, I mean, they bought a round early because of the bomb plant first round, Playing Ducks, and they've won every round from there on out, which is great news. Polly, though, he could afford the AWP and armor just, and that's it. He's gonna be left at 150. That's great.
Ben, do you like the setup right now coming out from LGB?
Well, yeah, so far it's pretty standard. I mean, the aggression there from Rain, I'm not a big fan of, seeing how I was left alone with Rubino rotating over. So that's a bit of a gap that they should probably fix, but they're picking up frags right now, so they're not getting punished as hard as they could have been by it.
It could definitely have been dangerous when you're the sole guy defending a bomb site if you just walk out, go aggressive and die, though. The combined health right now on Playing Ducks is 14, and the combined on LGB is like 272, so it should be possible for them to win here, although in Counter-Strike, that's not always the only rule. It's not quite Quake, where armor and health have, like, a lot to say when you're taking a fight.
Yeah, you could easily go down, especially with the T's having AKs. And did Ravino not spot Kirby there? I could have sworn that half of Kirby was on Ravino's monitor.
Where is it one of those times where it kind of like messes with you because you have X-ray on, right? So you think it's obvious?
No, like that was definitely on a screen. But it seems like he's kind of aware of it because Polly's just aiming, waiting for someone to come up there. So it might be that he's counting on Polly to save from Kirby while he's just holding off from connector.
That could be it.
Could have been.
2 seconds though. It looks like they're gonna just decide to save rather than throw away their guns right now. Playing Ducks. Not a bad call necessarily, especially when the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere like that. Odds of them actually making out of there pretty slim.
Yeah, definitely the best move they could have made in that situation. And obviously, LGB dropping down that bomb by underpass so early kind of gave them the opportunity, or, that's at least what Playing Ducks are thinking, that, they'll have all the time in the world to set up the sickest setup to defend that bomb.
That was a really, really dirty shot from Polly in the middle, because Keeve was crouched in, and Polly took the shot through the window frame to kill him. That's just... that's showing the least amount of yourself possible and still getting the kill. Keeve is going to be annoyed at that. Rubino waiting for Kirby up here, and he will win that fight as well. And now LGB can start playing just really defensively, but J. Kim is still kind of taking a fight here, and he's such a good aimer, and that's probably why he thought that was a reasonable idea. But when he dies, he actually kind of exposes his team to potentially losing the round. I mean, if there's one more opening for Playing Ducks, it could slide the other way.
Does Zevas take a peek? And Zevas does take a peek up in B Apartments. If Crisby had hit that headshot right there, if he had been able to pick off Zevas, this would be a totally different scenario. The B bomb site would be totally open. Polly is now rotating in with his AWP to lend a hand over here, but there was a moment where Playing Ducks could have pounced and potentially taken the round. Now they're trying to make up their mind as to where they want to go. With 30 seconds left, it looks like this will be a short push with the bomb. They need to make it past here, however. Oh, nice molly here at the back of B side, though. That's going to force Zevas out into the open, but he's able to reposition. Like, no punishment. That's very odd.
None of them hitting the follow-up shot, but Polly took down one of the 3 people coming in. Now Sevis back here by the benches. Will pick up the first one, and Suya was actually looking the wrong way, but he still gets the kill. Gets grenaded down as he's putting down the bomb, and now has to try and hide backside here. He does have an AK to swap out for if he misses a shot, but now he's just sort of walking out, and they're coming in from 2 angles. I think he's already been spotted, so they have a really clear picture of where he's going, and they just need to coordinate this. So they push together. Rain doesn't even need backup, but it's important that they still push together in case Kasuya gets that shot, so they can take him afterwards. So, I don't know, a somewhat expensive round for LGB, losing 3 members, but they're still winning the round, and they still have money to buy, whereas Playing Ducks, well, they're sort of scraping the bottom here.
Yeah, and if you're playing at Ducks in this situation, you kind of want to force up because you have the potential of breaking LGB's economy, but it could lead to one of those pit holes where you have to, every time you end up buying, you're going to have to eco if you don't win. So they're going with the safe option right now, which is do a eco, even though you have almost enough money to get yourself out properly and play for the long run. Which is, in my opinion, a good call.
So are they going to try and run 3 people into B and then hope that A is left alone enough they can put the bomb down here? Without any grenades, that seems like a really a stretch. I'd be so surprised if LGB fall for this.
This could be the double fake, though. Remember we used to see this, where one guy runs out of A apartments, the 3 run out through B apartments, and then the other man follows with the bomb? So you think, oh, this one guy is actually the fake, and then they start rotating off of A, and then the bomb comes out of A apartments a little bit later once the B apartment rush gets spotted?
Yeah, it could also be that they're actually going to do one of the 3 guys towards the B apps out first, all by himself, and then have Kasuya running out in A apps, and then send the 2 remaining guys in
Oh, this is the total double fake! They're going for it! Keeve is going to go, no, Kazuya's going to go out first, he dies, and then the bomb just lurks. They're going to show themselves in B apartment. The rotation comes out, and then the bomb is going to come out. Do they realize? Oh my god! Wait, Rain has turned around. Tamsin, can you get the bomb down? Oh my god, it worked! What? I can't believe it actually worked.
I was about to say, we're going to have to go deeper. Like, we need another level in this, where where one more guy does it again. That's
we need
amazing.
a quadruple fake.
Oh, that's so sick. Because we've seen it in the past, but there's always been one guy hanging back, to ruin the day, to ruin the play. And there it actually works. Awesome. Great play there by Playing Ducks.
Yeah. Oh, very nice of Playing Ducks to get the bomb down, and at the same time, pretty awful by LGB, and wow, that was a nice shot from Tabson.
Yeah, that was a really nice shot. It's a shame because the bomb line actually allowed Keeve to get the AWP, so it'd be so nice, sort of mentally as well. You pick up the AWP, you get the close spawn to middle, you run in and then you kill Polly. That has to be a good start. But right now they're trading 2 for 1. Rubino taking a fight in the middle, and you have to wonder exactly why. I mean, he wanted to peek middle, that's one thing, but he sort of stuck around for a bit, ended up going down. Maybe Jacob could get a good kill in here, but right now it's back to a 3v3, and Playing Ducks looking good in this round.
Yeah, there's the opening. Great flash onto Crisby. But they don't overcommit to it, and I like that from Jacob as well. He sees the opportunity, he tries to take it, but then he doesn't try and press the issue. Only problem here is that he's opening it up so that Rain can get picked off. And Rain, he sees it too late that he's been exposed, and that's going to be a real problem now. Jacob, he has to work his way back through CT, but Playing Ducks should be able to protect that angle.
Or can they? Because Sevis is here. Yeah, he's going to have to move out. And when he does, oh, Jacob could have probably done a good deal to win the round there. But now Sevis is in a really tough spot here. Flashes himself right in through the smoke, or at least is trying to. But he's going to fall back for a moment. Realizes this is a pretty bad idea. And just wants to get away. He could have got a free kill on Crispy. Not sure what's going on here, but I think he's a little bit distracted. What do you think? What is the Norwegian... I mean, Ben, you know the Norwegian team really well. What are they like? Because I think once Rain goes down from that angle, and he's probably expecting Jacob to be covering him, is that going to be arguing and yelling, or is it going to be like, oh, okay, we made a mistake, move on?
It's going to be a snarky comment from Rain. And, you know, bit of frustration. And Jacob's going to be, okay, you know, okay, sorry, that's my bad. And then Rain's going to be, you know, a tiny bit more angry at him. And it's gonna, you know, go away. It doesn't linger, that type of stuff, because Jacob definitely knows that that was his his job to cover Rain, or at least give him the information that is giving up that position so Rain is potentially open. So he knows that that's his fault. So it's not something that's going to linger on. But Rain is definitely going to be pissed about it. That's for sure.
Now, what actually annoys me about it is I'd really love to know if Rain's position, if he's there, can he not be seen from Abs as they come out? Because otherwise it's obviously a horrible... I'm guessing he can't be seen from Abs if he's there. There was a terrorist in Abs that could have walked out, and Rain was only looking towards the A ramp, so... That's very interesting. I'm going to have to go and check that out at some point.
I think it may be a situation of, even if you can spot him, you're probably only just spotting the top of his helmet, and that's such an uncommon place to hold that maybe, you know, he's just counting on them running past him, or just overlooking it, right? Not being able to spot it out in time.
Well, it could be, it could be. 5-4 scoreline right now, and not a lot of money on either team. Actually, a bit more on the terrorist side than on the CT side right now. So if LGB don't want to end up being behind here in the first half, they really need to start winning a couple of consecutive rounds here. Jacob taking one, Rubino helping out, and Kiev is waiting for Polly. And again, this is a situation where Polly actually doesn't have to fight as they're in a 5-on-3, and he could just, you know, chillax in the bomb site. But in the end, they're still going to be in a great position, except if Kazuya comes up from behind, which he did, but it didn't quite work the way he had anticipated. Kiev tries to get the bomb down here, and they're going to let him.
Did they not hear the plant? I'm wondering if they didn't hear the plant. That was, I mean, there was zero reaction, not even a footstep there. So that was odd. To let them have that plant for free?
Yeah, it's a bit odd, but I think Seva is just... more I think he was more concerned about actually making sure that they got the round more than anything else. So instead of him running up contesting the bomb plant and potentially dying and allowing Playindex an opportunity to actually get back into it, he just wanted to play it safe and make sure that they could just swarm them afterwards. So they're willing to give up the plant.
Oh, grenade brings Kiev down quite a lot of damage from that one grenade there. 6-4, and if Playing Ducks don't win this round, they are going to be ecoing again. That could definitely be the point in time where LGB start to sort of connect the dots, put things back on track, and win a number of more rounds. I mean, Playing Ducks, if they get 2 more rounds in this first half, they're going to be really happy about the situation. I think it's up to LGB to try and just lock it down right here. And Rain with the AWP, which is not the most common sight, still pretty cool. We'll pick up the 1 kill, and they're going to challenge him again. Kazuya goes down. That was a nice shot. Polly also helping out. The double-up setup just too strong.
And Rubino being very effective there. This is looking like everything is under control for LGB. Tabson going to do the best that he can, but he's been spotted out by Rubino, who catches his back. And the bomb was dropped over in front of T-Ramp in any case, so Tabson was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. No real hope apart from just doing economic damage at that point. So, Playing Ducks, they're battling, but no bomb plant that time means they just won't have enough money to be able to do much in this round apart from go for eco. And it looks like it's a hard eco as well. No, Kirby last minute buys a Tech 9. So we're looking at you, Kirby. Get something done with it.
Rain with the opening. And of course, this is just the pistols here from Playing Ducks, so not really too exciting. Rain actually seems to be connecting really well. What do you think about Vendetta? You seeing Rain opening? Does that shock you? Does it come as a big surprise?
It happens from time to time, but I mean, he's a capable offer, but I don't think that's something you're gonna start or expecting to see in big games.
All right, so just a bit of a confidence thing, and maybe he's just feeling it right here. Maybe they just feel like the defense at A was lacking something. And I mean, you are in a pretty safe position when you're back here by the CT slope. So maybe he's just going to be all right with that. 8-4.
It could definitely be map dependent, seeing how oftentimes at the beginning of rounds you'll see smokes and flashes being thrown up to the top of middle. With Rubino, who's normally plays the A bomb site together with Rain, basically run down connector and peek out underpass. And that's how they'll play it. So having Rain with an off at the very back of site where he's not in harm's way, that could definitely be their game plan.
Kirby takes the 1 kill, goes for a little bit more. Tabson's on 1 health, and Kirby's going to go down. I think, yeah, Jacob also finished off Kirby. Grenade flaying on through here, and it's going to be Kiev down to 39 health. But they keep walking through the smoke here towards the connector, and I mean, LGB are sort of fighting here like the bomb was already down and they had no time left. But in fact, they could have just waited outside and said, all right, let's clear up, let's group up together and then retake instead of fighting like that. Severs, though, should be able to find Kazuya here. He's all alone, and even with the underhand throw there, doesn't really blind Severs. And that's going to be 9-4. So now things are looking all of a sudden a lot brighter for LGB and a lot worse for Playing Dogs.
I feel like we're watching Cash all over again. It takes a little bit for LGB to start feeling their way through a map, through a defense at least on the map, and then a couple rounds in, Playing Ducks, they give them hope. I think that's what it is. LGB just want to crush Playing Ducks, is, you know, their hope, their dreams. You know, this tournament, they're holding it out there, and then they just take it away. You know, this like younger brother, older brother, right? Older brother just holding it out of their reach. That's what LGB are doing right now. They lower it, and then as soon as the younger brother reach for it, you know, oh, just back up again.
Is that what you do with your brothers somewhere? Is that like...
All the time.
Oh, man.
And then they got, you know, now the younger brother is about as taller than I am, I think. So never again, pretty much.
That's karma for you. Severs taking out 1, 2, 3 pistols out now. It is on 5-7, and it's going to be an ace. The eco ace coming out here from Severs. A confidence booster. Almost putting him on top of the scoreboard. 10-4. That was fairly nicely handled. I mean, the first 3 kills he got with the M4A1, and you're always going to be careful when you only have 20 bullets like that.
Very nicely handled. A bit surprising to see Playing Ducks kind of just funneling one by one through the smoke. Does make the job a tiny bit easier for Severs, and I think he's very happy about that. But yeah, you know, he'll take the frags he can get.
Well, Polly picking up Tabson here, looking fairly decent. Jacob's going to take down Kirby, and this is the final round of the half. That's a nice crouch in from Polly. Not going for the standard peek or anything like that. Just the crouch in like that is could be really effective and hard to deal with. Nice way of resetting your recoil. Keeve, 1v5, and he's being flanked by Severs, who's trying to be anything but a gentleman, basically. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. That's cool.
So Severs ends the half with an ace and a knife kill.
Wow.
Man, these Norwegians, Ven. What if you had been the captain here? Would you have okayed that? Or would you have said no? Never.
I mean, knife is a weapon.
Alright.
I mean, I think there's a more legitimate reason for using it in CSGO than ever before, seeing how you could potentially get, you know, a ton of money from it in that sense. But obviously being at last round, I guess probably don't need to toy with them, but I don't really...
He could have at least stabbed him with a prettier knife, like a Doppler or something. Well, regardless, Playing Ducks are going to try and take their revenge here, and they're going to walk out as Rubino is crouched with a grenade in his hand, and that's going to get him killed. Great timing, but now they're running in behind him. Kazuya doing a great job staying alive, but this is still an issue here. Crispy, do they realize he's here? There's a guy coming up from behind. That's Severs, the guy with the knife from the previous round, and he's still not dead. He's going to go for the burst fire. And that doesn't work. He goes down. Polly's there. Rain is there. And it's a 2v2. And there's plenty of time for LGB to try and get another kill. Or at least a bomb plant here. Key fighting in CT spawn. And Polly, 2 bullets left. He doesn't want to reload.
Oh, he finally decides to, though. And now this gets into a very tense moment here. Because Polly is going to have to commit and take that fight. He's the one who's got the most HP. He needs to soak for his teammate. But then I say that and Rain steps out. Polly is down. And it's all down to Rain now at this point. 40 seconds left. Trying to bait out a reaction from Keeve, but Keeve playing it cool, only to get shot in the face, caught out in the open. Great play there by Rain. Basically perfect timing from him to catch Keeve off guard.
That was a really, really weird pistol round. Like, as opposed to Severs last round, that was like a gentleman's pistol round. Like, the last 2-on-2, they just kind of individually fought each other, and you know, everyone had a USPS, so it seemed really silent, really quiet, don't want to wake the neighbors, and then... it ended up being LGB on top, which is completely detrimental to Playing Dogs now. That's really, really going to almost destroy their chances of making it to the actual event here. Kazuya going down. Keeve coming up from behind very fast. But there is a smoke, and there's someone waiting as well. Polly, no problem, almost puts him into that couch. And, well, Tabson going to be the last one going down. 13-4. Wow.
Yeah, pretty convincing anti-eco from LGB. And you could tell that this is something they did on the previous maps, and you know, in the previous game versus Agent as well. During their anti-ecos, when they see fit, they buy up with P90s and basically just run towards the bomb site. They're not afraid of pistols, and they're not going to allow a scout to mess them up real good.
You can see it already, long range with the LGB. Jacob in mid, at least he's going to be going for cleanup duty. Swaps out the P90 at the wrong time, unfortunately for him, so that gives it to Kirby, but now the remaining members for LGB just looking to swarm the last CT player. Spray through the smoke, that's the job done for Poly. Clearly hacks. And, well, LGB now pretty much everything going their way.
14-4. I don't know. You know, you did say it somewhere in the beginning, and they had a good start on Cash, and then it kind of just turned, and it ended up crumbling for them. And it seems like it has been the same story here on Mirage. You know, playing Ducks, showing us some really cool stuff, buying already in the third round and winning that round, and then you know getting into a 3-2 situation. It looked like they were about to have a really good first half, and then they got closed out completely. And now they're just 2 rounds away from actually losing this qualifier, and it being LGB instead joining all the rest of the teams at Inferno Online.
LGB's night, pretty much, with how things have gone so far. 2 rounds away from pretty much 4 maps straight, and this is looking real solid for them here. They're able to get out onto this A site, and before the smoke's clear, they're going for the plant, but 2 quick kills make it 3 come in for playing Ducks, and they just get annihilated. LGB, they get the plant, but that's all they'll have. They got a whole bunch of bullets that they did not want.
What just happened, man? How did they get into the bomb site while being surrounded and get the bomb down? I mean, they were obviously not going to win the round when they were, like, nothing but CTs from every angle, but it seemed weird that they weren't allowed to put the bomb down.
That seemed like like something you just see in an eco. It was basically LGB putting up, you know, human shields in front of the bomb planter. They're basically just sending out new decoys, so the Playing Ducks members would be like, oh, you know, shoot this guy instead of looking at the bomb. Not very effective if you're LGB, but yeah, good for Playing Ducks for sure. That on the other hand, not so good. Poly with opening frag on Kiev.
Oh, that's gonna definitely leave a mark here. Kirby trying to just spray down, but he's on 1 health left here. He's really gotta be careful on. Luckily for him, Sevis doesn't have a grenade, but Kirby's probably still wondering what happens if I try and cross and there's just a bullet that catches me. So he's just going to be waiting here. In the meantime, Tabson could find the bomb, or he could find basically a jackpot in the middle if he keeps going here. He's got the M4. Sevis is coming back for him now. No, Sevis is going to run the other way with the bomb. So Tabson, it's almost perfect.
This
Remember what I said about hope?
Yeah, this is just not Playing Ducks night. Like, and Sevis is probably going to make it out of underpass the second Tabson turns the corner.
Crispy goes down. He's turning around, and Sevis is no longer there. Tabson has a feeling, but it's almost like he's chasing a ghost, as every time he walks around the corner, there is nobody. Now he's finally going to find them, and then they're all grouped up in the A-bomb site, and the bomb is going to be down as well. Oh, Tabson, we feel for you, man, because that was supposed to be the round, and now it's a 3v4. Kirby's practically dead. He's on life support. Tabson is now dead. He got nothing for that round. When he watches the replay of all of this, he's gonna hate himself, but he shouldn't. There's not much he could do that round. I mean, he did what he thought was the best thing, and it almost was. It was just like constantly 3 seconds off.
Unfortunate. It's just, you know, Lady Fortuna not being on your side. That's pretty much what it comes down to. If Sevis decides to rotate around towards mid, going out the door there in B-Apps, then all of a sudden Tabson is sitting there pretty with a bomb instead. And a weapon, so
Nah.
yeah, things are not going great for Playing Ducks right now. Rain opening up on Kiev again.
Oh no, and I would think that Kazuya would get the drop on Poly, but Poly is almost just casually picking them off as they move towards this B site, and the rotation is already coming through. Crispy, seems like he has moments of hesitation there, and he is going to catch Rain peeking. So they do bring it back to a 2-on-3 here, Playing Ducks, and this is what has to happen. They have to slow down LGB somehow.
Tabson's already called good game well played when it was in a 2-on-4, so I always wonder if it's going to spark some sort of awkward situation on the team if they actually win and your teammates is already said, no, they can't win, like, they're too bad, they're never going to win this situation. Kirby's going to take down Jacob, so now it's a real 2v2, but they're spread apart, meaning Kirby basically has to handle this alone, or at least just stall for time, and he can't, so now it seems like Tabson wasn't entirely wrong when he said GG, because Crispy, I mean, he's got just a little bit of health left here, but this shouldn't be winnable.
Oh, and the smoke goes down on the kitchen window as well. Looks like Crispy wants to make use of that, though. Clever play by him. So he's going to lurk his way out onto the other side. He gets caught by Rubino, however, and that is going to be the end of it. 16-5 win for LGB, and that's 4 maps in a row. LGB pretty much clearly showing to the world that that spot was theirs to begin with. There was no stopping them. Not tonight. They will be in Sweden next week, or rather at the end of the week on Saturday.
That they will. That's oh, wrong side. This one. That's LGB spot right there. Qualified team. It's Fnatic and Virtus Pro, NIP Titan, and Team Envy, and it will be similar on iCasting from the location. 25,000 euros. It's Pantamera. It's Inferno Online. The X-rays are in there as well. It's really, really going to be fun. So I hope you guys are going to tune in. It's the 7th of February, Saturday. You've got nothing else to do. Just cancel all parties, all plans. Do your homework before, or do it after, or don't do it at all. Just watch the tournament. It is going to be really, really good. So I'm going to enjoy having you guys there. Thanks for tuning in with us here tonight, and a big thanks, of course, to Pantamera and also to Inferno Online for being awesome. Again, go and check them out on Twitter and everything else, and give them a couple of likes. Even send them some messages saying like you enjoyed their contribution to Counter-Strike, because this is actually a really big contribution. It's the first time they're doing something as well, so we do enjoy it. Semler and Ven, I'll catch you later tonight, and yeah, for the rest, I hope you guys have had a fun evening, and I will see you soon.